All right, let's find a song in the real book and memorize it. Okay, this is I know I harp on this all the time. I harp on the need to memorize music. How important it is to memorize songs and get as much of that material in here as you possibly can. Hey, my name is Dave, and I teach people how to play the sax. And I apologize for going over things that we have talked about so many times in the past. And I know that many of you are working on them, but some of you aren't. And I get messages from you that say the two most deadly words. Well, actually, one's a contraction, so it's three words. I can't. All right. And that makes it happen. If you say, I can't. Didn't Henry Ford say that? Or was it Mark Twain? I don't know. If you say I can or I can't, you're both right. So let's get that out of the dialogue. Let's get I can't. Let's start with that. Okay. Grab your horns, get your real book out. How about what I'm working on right now is called Bessie's Blues. It's a John Coltrane song. It's a blues, and it's not difficult, but I don't have it memorized, and I need to know it by tomorrow night. I'm going to do a duet with a bone player. All right, duet, duo, duet. Which is the right word here? I don't know. Anyway, Bessie's Blues. All right. Now, instead of saying I can't, I can't play Bessie's Blues yet. All right, let's add that word. That's really important to the mix. I can't yet. But you can memorize, and I know you can, right? Because you know your name, you know your phone number, you know your address, you know the notes on your saxophone, you know how to play a scale. You've learned a lot of, you can play hot cross buns, bet you $1. All right, here we go. Bessie's Blues, here's my process. It's page 42 in your real book, volume 6, for those of you who are playing along. And I'd love it if you'd get your horns out. Even if you're not warmed up, the neighbors won't care. Let's do this, all right? Here's how I would learn it. I'm going to play, That's what I'm going to call the first musical sentence, if you will, all right? And this is how I would learn anything, is to divide it into measures or complete sentences, whatever. You may have to go smaller than that. You may have to go 2 measures. I'm cool with that. Let's see if we got it. I just cheated, and I would encourage you to cheat as well. I haven't got this dialed in. Let's play it slower, all right? That's the key. I almost make long tones out of these notes, and somehow that works to get the song up inside here. Why is it so important? Why is it so important for you to memorize music? I'll give that answer in a minute. Let's long tone this and see if we can get it. Now you can do that. I know you can. All right? Now, I don't know what your precepts are, but you might think that memorizing songs for some is really, really easy. And, it's just all you got to do is sit down and go through. You've probably read stories or heard interviews where people have said that, yeah, he got it on the first take, blah, blah, blah. Well, good for him. But that's a story, and we weren't there to verify any of that's true. Most of us take time, right? And repetition, and a lot of it. I've been working on take 5 for about a year, maybe a year. And I mean just by myself or playing along to the Dave Brubeck recording, just to get it right, just to get that song right, and to get it to the place where I've got it, I own it, it's inside here. I don't have to like look at the notes in my mind. I think Chick Corea talked about the process, the steps of memorization. He said the first stage of memorization is where you're still reading the music sort of in your memory, and you get past that, and you get it to a place where you actually own the song. I'm trying to get to that place with Take 5. But so Bessie's Blues, your 2 superpowers are time and repetition. Time and repetition. And you don't care how many times it takes you to get Bessie's Blues. Why? Why would you care? You don't care. All you care about is owning that music, getting it inside of you. Now, I'd tell you why I thought it was so important for you to memorize music, why I keep harping on this. Like a broken record, right? All right, so the deal is that, put the horn down here. This teaches you how music works, all right? As much music as you can get inside of you, as many melodies as you can get inside of you from an external source, whether you do them by ear or get them off the page, doesn't matter, get them inside you, get them to where you can repeat them, okay? This teaches you how music works, how songs begin, how they have a middle, how they have an ending, how they create drama, how they release tension, how they create the illusion that the music is moving along, in a melodic pattern. All of this stuff is so important for you as a single note, as an instrumentalist, as a person who plays music, all right? Own some music, get it inside of you. It'll make your playing so much better. I can't even tell you how. This is just one of those things that I don't think is harped on enough in the world of YouTube or the world of saxophone or music lessons in particular, because it's something that I can't make any money off of that. I can't sell you a PDF. This is something you have to do on your own time, in your own pace, in your own place, at your own pace, and it's not something that I can direct in a lesson. I mean, I can talk to you about it, but you're the one who has to do it. So this is all you. You pick the music, you decide what you're going to learn, you decide how it's going to. And after a while, you'll start to notice that you vary it a little bit. You play it a little bit differently each time after you've got it, after you own it. And that's where we want to go with this whole business. We want to own this music. We want to be able to repeat it. We want to be able to replicate it as it's written, but we also want to, vary it in terms of what we hear the melody doing in our sense of melodic reinterpretation, okay? Boy, that's a big bunch of fancy words for the first thing in the morning. Anyway, that's what I've got for you today. Grab something, work on it, break it down, make it very, very, very slow, turn it into long tones. Yes, you can memorize music, and yes, it is good for you. Remember, I can't doesn't work anymore. I can't yet. All right. Hey, that's all I've got. I just was sitting here practicing this morning, and I felt really compelled to come on and just talk to you about this. I want to thank the dogs for not barking during this session. I want to thank you for being there, and I will put my email contact in the description below. So if you'd like to reach out with any questions, I'd love to hear your process, how you memorize music, how on average, how long does it take you to get something down, dialed in, all right? Share your process with the rest of us here in this YouTube community that you are creating. Thanks for being here. Take good care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you here next time. Thank you. Bye now.